Hey everybody, Mr. Sewell here with a instructional video on how to use the tape lifting method. And we're going to be using a typical packing tape. We picked this up at Walmart, but it does a really good job of doing some tape lifting of evidence at a particular scene, some things that you might not be able to see. So I think you can follow the technique that's on the website pretty easily, but I'm going to show you how to do this. First, you're going to get a strip of tape, about 6-8 inches long, and then very carefully, you're going to connect the ends of it so that the sticky side is out. Okay, once the sticky side is out, you can put your fingers into the tape, and now you've got a surface here that you can apply anywhere that you want to see what you can pick up. So I'm going to turn around and do some tape lifting of my chalk tray here, and let's see what we come up with. Okay, if you can see that or not, but there's now some debris on there, and I applied the tape several times. Now what you want to do is get you just a plain white card, and you can put the tape with the evidence on it directly onto the card, and you can cut the excess tape off. So that's what I'm doing now, is cutting the excess off. And once you put that tape on a white background, you can see there's all kinds of debris on there. Alright, now, so what do I do now? Now I can take my magnifying glass or my microscope, and I can examine the evidence there, and I can make notations about what it looks like and where it came from and such things as that. So that's your basic tape lifting method, and you can use that method when you tape lift carpet or something else. Now if you're going to do fingerprints are done a little bit differently, and I'm going to show you that how I do that a little bit differently. So let me get set up with that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm ready now. What I have here is a plastic cup, and when you initially look at it, you might not be able to see any fingerprints. So you have the need to do some dusting techniques, and when you dust a fingerprint, you're going to have to pick it up. So I've put a fingerprint from myself onto this cup, and I've circled it to make sure I know where I'm going. But I've got a typical fingerprint brush, and I have a black powder. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of powder onto my brush. A lot of times with dusting, I'll just use whatever powder accumulates, because this stuff gets all over the place. I just used whatever powder. You can see my other finger there, how black it's already getting. But just use the lid. That's all you need. And then I'm going to use a swirling motion, and you can see it doesn't take much at all to bring out that fingerprint. All right, so let me put everything up here real quick so I don't get powder everywhere, which is hard to do. When you dust for fingerprints, you're going to get powder all over the place. Okay, so now we're working on our technique of tape lifting a fingerprint. Now, because I've got powder on my fingers and because I've got oils on my fingers, I have to be careful that I'm not getting my fingerprints. So again, I'm going to get a nice long piece of tape, and I'm going to very carefully, without touching the sticky side, I'm going to fold the ends over. So now what I have is I've got an ends that I can safely handle, and the sticky part is right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bubble like that, and I'm going to apply from the middle, I'm going to apply that to my cup, and then very carefully I'm going to try to smooth out any air bubbles. Now you don't want to push down hard because you'll smudge your fingerprint. So I don't know if you can see this right here. I'm going to move push my computer back a little bit so you can see this. Okay, there's the cup. All right. So I'm going to apply the tape There's a fingerprint. All right. Now you can see that the tape is on there, and I'm very gently going to pat it down, making sure that I don't have any air bubbles. Now, I can grab my tape by those areas that I folded over, and I can pull up my fingerprint. And again, I use the note card method. I'm going to stick my fingerprint on the note card, and look at there. I have a nice little fingerprint that I can now go study with my magnifying glass. I can put it on a copier and I can blow it up. I can do with it whatever I want to do. So that's your tape lifting method. It's a very easy and effective method to gathering evidence, both fingerprints, hairs, fibers, dust particles, dirt, soil, things of that nature. So enjoy. See ya.